Who was Weekus? I don't remember Weekus. I remember the name. I don't remember who he is, though. Hi, Rando. Again with the pieman in the way. That incident from 20 years ago? Why the sudden question? Did you hear any particular information? We've heard that the diadem seems to have been lost 20 years ago, and some contestants' personality has changed. You seem to know a lot about that. Weekus, there's something you're not telling us. Not exactly. I was 5 years old when it happened. Why are these people so young? How could I know? But there are things I've never told anyone. I'm particularly... Oops, I'm sorry, I'm rubbing my eye. I'm actually a part of the Academia Extravaganza's planning committee because of the influence of a senior colleague. Oh, you're the one who pointed me the commentator position, right? I don't remember. That senior colleague and I met on a trip. He was a bit timid and would always flee and cower somewhere at the first sign of an emergency. Oh, great. He's definitely someone you want with you in an emergency. One day, 4 years ago, I said to him, I want to go back to the Academia. The Academia Extravaganza is about to begin. And then, upon mentioning the Academia Extravaganza, he got startled and said something about, it has nothing to do with me. When I said goodbye to him, he insisted on getting a drink with me. After several drinks, he started talking all sorts of nonsense. I also had too many, and in my drunken stupor, I didn't really hear him that well. I only remember that he said that he lost the Diadem of Knowledge for a while. He was in charge of the distribution and recovery of the Diadem of Knowledge, and that he nearly had a heart attack upon realizing that the diadem was missing. Fortunately, he finally found it in a tree hole, like the one we saw before. He said that the Diadem of Knowledge is a very valuable treasure, which is recorded in many ancient books. Legend has it that it was built by a famous craftsman in ancient times and carries a secret that no one knows. And no one's gonna know now because that shit's broken. Assuming you don't mean Sachin's secret. Sachin had entrusted the Academia to safeguard the diadem after all. If my senior was responsible for the diadem's disappearance, he could not afford to pay for it with his meager wealth. Even if the loss was temporary, no one should know of it, lest the Academia find him guilty of gross negligence. So we covered it up? Yes, it seems that he also said that many people came to inquire about it, including children, but he said that the diadem had never been lost. But he was so scared that when things blew over, he quit his job and left the Academia. I drank too much that night, and when I woke up the next day, he was gone. The more I thought about it, the more I had a bad feeling that issues would crop up in the Academia Extravaganza if entrusted to someone like him. I didn't have a job at the time, so I joined the Academia Extravaganza planning committee. Can't we just call it the AEPC? It's a mouthful saying these words. I tried to investigate things on the inside too, but I couldn't find anything. And the diadem was found, and the man whose personality was said to have changed was dead, and there was nothing to be found. Wow, how did he die? Did he die in the course of the events, and that's why the rules were changed? That's grim. Still, 20 years is still a long time. That's a lot of stills. Long enough that the people involved from the beginning no longer remember nor care. That's all I know. If you're curious, keep investigating and maybe one day you'll discover the truth. That's easy for you to say. We don't have much to go on. Do you have any more information? Like where the senior colleague went? I haven't heard from him. Later, I also went to the desert to look for him, but in the vast desert, it was almost impossible to run into him. To make up for it, I do have some information on Sachin. Would you like to hear it? Sure, tell us. When I was travelling, I did so with an Eremite commander. While we were chatting, he said he came into possession of an article written by an academia researcher. He seemed to think it was something precious. Sorry, I was going to say something else and then I realised the word was precious, so it came out oddly, and refused to show it to anyone, only to let me peek at it at my request. Why? Why would he refuse everybody else but allow you? That's strange. I only got a glimpse of it, but I saw that it was signed by Sachin. I didn't know who Sachin was, nor did I care. After joining the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee, I found out that he was an important member of the Vahumana Darshan who sponsored the event. If you're interested, you can find the Eremite commander in the desert. He's usually in the Valley of Dari. Information related to Sachin? Alright, let's go take a look. The desert is so far away though. Hi, sir. This talking is bothering my throat. Oh, you're right there. Hi. Suhaib? What do you want? Wow, that's a brusque greeting. Wow, this guy looks real fierce. He really doesn't. Either you say your piece or leave. I have no time for you. Actually, we heard that you have Sachin's article on you, so we were wondering if we could have a look. Are you kidding me? No. Why would you ask that? Seems like you guys really don't know. Some time ago, I had the article appraised. Turns out, it's nothing more than a personal travel journal and is of little value. He hired my father to keep him safe. That Sachin fellow would often walk, ask, write, and mumble. There was one time his papers were blown away by the wind. He said it was no big deal. My father, however, thought that things written by intellectuals must be valuable, so he looked around for them at night with a torch. None among my family can read. My father cherished this article and then passed it on to me. I had no idea it was completely worthless. Sounds unfortunate, but do you still have it? Yes. You want to have a look? You can look at it as much as you want. Since it's not worth anything, there's no need for me to be so stingy. Ugh. Unclear notes. Once, the gods reigned supreme. All life flocked to them like sheep seeking shepherds, and those who suffered did so in silence. Now, divine power has dwindled, while human wisdom has blossomed. However, those who suffer face suffering still. There is a saying in Liyue that goes, life is like lodging at an inn. In Inazuma, all things are but void. It hurts every time I read these words. I tried to seek the reason for this. The wheel of time turns, and the only constant throughout Zemeria's history is human nature. Since arriving in the desert, I have conducted a total of 64 experiments over the course of 7 years. Men are like prisoners or captured animals, feeding on each other's happiness until one is doomed to eternal torment. Therefore, where there is gain, there must be loss. Where there is happiness, there is agony. Everyone is a victim, but everyone is also a perpetrator. Greed and numbness reside in the heart of humanity. Driven by greed, humans choose to commit evil, and numbness is why they turn a blind eye to the evil of others. But if this world is what the world is, what is, then, the meaning of the world? The future is to the present as the present is to the past. Peace was never an option. Conflict is the eternal truth. Everything, from my knowledge, my wisdom, to my life, is but nothingness. God, he's depressing. So this is the article that Sachin wrote. To be honest, Paimon can't make any sense of it. But judging from the crummy handwriting, Paimon can't say exactly why, but Paimon has the feeling he was going through a tough time. Well, but I'm reading it. Thank you very much. You're welcome. It's not worth any money, but I'm going to keep it anyway. After all, my father entrusted it to me. Come see me again if you want to look at it again. That's a lot of agains as well. Okay. Wow, 10,000 more just for doing that. Back to Dory. I don't think Dory has anything else to offer, honestly. I know she's a wily one, but I don't think she's got much more.
The sun is out.
It's time yet again for an information sale from Lord Sangama Bay. Would you two like to purchase latest reports? Let me see. This information isn't that important, so it'll go over for only 500,000 mora. It's half the usual price. What a bargain. Mind giving it to me for free, bish? Whoa, you want me to bring it down to 0 mora? Just as I expected. But I am the great Lord Sangama Bay. Well, since you're so interested, I'll tell you for free, but you must keep it to yourselves. I heard that 20 years ago, there was a contestant whose personality suddenly changed after taking part in the competition. Well, it looks like someone saw him in Nari Village. I wonder where he ended up. That's all the information you're getting for free. If you want to hear more, you got to pay 2 million mora. I appreciate your patronage. What a rip-off. We can just go to Ari Village ourselves and ask around. The contestant. Oh, low level. Never mind. Hello there, Madam Rishti. Hold on, let me get this useless item. Okay, I'm available. 20 years ago, a young man did appear here. Back then, life was much harder than it is now. Poverty, disease, ignorance, they tormented us constantly. See, even she says that life has gotten better since then, so Sachina's wrong. That young man, clearly from the academia with a bright future, was nevertheless willing to come here and help us. He taught us how to deal with Wanut and monsters. He bought us a lot of medicine with money from his own pocket and took care of the ill all by himself. Sounds like a great guy. Yeah. I don't think the old woman is going to say, yeah. Too bad the good die young. He was always frowning, and no one knew what he was worried about. Everyone was wondering if he was going to leave us. This place did not have the means to properly host him. Still, many said he was a bit crazy to begin with. For example, he would sometimes tell children a story about how, as a child, he taught a strange creature to write. Later, he would often leave the village and explore the desert. Once, I asked him what he was looking for, and he said he wanted to talk to someone from the Nagar something group. Yes, well, we do know that Sachin was looking to liaise with the lost Darshan. Later on, I heard that he died in the quicksand. It is said that he encountered a caravan trapped in the quicksand on his way to investigate something. He saved many people, but he himself was unable to get out in time. At that time, there was still a half-finished letter addressed to his child at home. After he died, my son took that letter with him, thinking about delivering it someday. Did he ever deliver it? Is the unfinished letter still here? No, it's not here. To live a better life, my son became a mercenary. He was killed in a scuffle a few years ago, and his belongings were taken. Many years have passed in the blink of an eye. I wonder how his child turned out, and if they held a grudge against him. Not many people know these things anymore. I'm getting old. Perhaps I'll forget these things soon too. Hey? Wait, that's it? That's literally where you end it? Well, that's depressing. I thought we'd at least have a little more. Okay. So I have another quest there. Still have to do that bloody quest. Oh, I forgot about this guy. And that's new. Oh, that's the Pari one. God, I've just got these quests just piling up. Ugh, they all give primogems too, except for that one. But that one's the one that's time conscious. I don't really know how much there is to it. It looks time consuming. And this has like... It's obviously mini games. I don't know why they would give us an event quest related to Sarush, because nobody likes Sarush. Why would we want to spend more times with her? Ew. Utter ew. But I don't think I will do that this week. I think I'll have to try and get it done next week, like a day before it finishes. Look at me, leaving shit to the end. The last minute yet again. Typical. What gadget do I have equipped here? So, why do I still have the search compass equipped? Put the seeds in. Yeah.
In adventuring, as in business.
I don't think I have any wishes just sitting here, do I? Oh, I do. What do you know? Do I have any... Oh, I can. Yes. Winning. Make that 4 wishes. Go team. I probably shouldn't be doing this because I don't need Baiju, but you know, whatever. We'll just keep building pity for Wednesday when, yes, the new event will be running. Hey, look at that. C1 Cave. I call that a win. Cave. Look at you at the end of my pack. Constellation, C1, good for you. And the very important step that I forgot. Level this bad boy. And ascend to get my free wish.
This'll do night.
Boom! I forgot that step. Thank you for reminding me. And now we can wish on this banner. And be met with abject disappointment. But you know, it is what it is. Last 3 weeks, I've been assailed by brutal allergies, as you may have heard in some of my videos. Still been struck by them. So I'll be sniffly, mucousy, my throat will hurt. There'll be big pauses as I blow my nose frequently. I'm sorry, I have not gotten to the bottom of what I'm having an allergic reaction to. So yeah, I've like full on deep cleaned my apartment today. I am washing my woolen winter dressing gown, and I will also do my woolen shawl tomorrow with the rest of my clothes to try and see if it's an environmental thing. Yeah. Anywho, so I'm not going to sound great. I haven't sounded great for weeks. That's just the way it is. Let's get through this stupid Sarush event before it runs out. I say it's stupid because why do we want to spend more time with this creature? She was abundantly unlikable. So I really don't understand why they would give us an event quest revolving around her. It's the dumbest thing they could have done. But anyway, The Recollector's Path. Though a dazzling title is appealing, a noble character of stalwart virtue is indispensable when faced with the totality of challenges. That is a sentence that says absolutely nothing. Therefore, trials must be undertaken to fully understand Sarusha's responsibilities. I don't really care about Sarusha's responsibilities. She can go rot for all I care. Shelter of Fragrance and Lilies opening. After bringing Mahir and Vashnu back to the Vorukasha oasis, Sarush finally earned the approval of the Havarana. She really shouldn't have. She's a useless waste of space. Getting the twin-horned chaplet and becoming the Bloom Guard. But Zevan seems to have a few things to say about responsibilities of such a position. It sounds like I'm going to be pulling my hair out this entire quest line. Where are we going? Here. Please tell me this is voiced. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Paman's getting so used to how you look now that Paman can't even remember what you look like without the chaplet, Suresh. Paman seems to recall some baldness at the top of your head and a haughty disposition. But Paman didn't expect you to get the chaplet so easily, though it was mostly thanks to our help. She's not wrong. I don't really feel that Suresh had to expend much in the way of energy to earn the chaplet. We kind of did all the effort. I'm not doing voices. I am not in the mood for it right now. But mention the trifles of the past no more, pal floater. The thing of greatest importance, the reason why we were able to claim the chaplet so easily, was because I'm a pari worthy of the twin horn chaplet. You're wrong on that front. Hence, everything fell into place as it was meant to be. Perhaps I was fated to bear this crown from the day of my birth. And again, Zevan would not be hee-heeing all over the place, but, who cares what I think? Bragging loudly, I see. Elder Zevan, what brings you here? Just seeing if our newest Bloom Guard is fulfilling her duties. Duties? Oh no. Did you think claiming such a title would bring you nothing but fame and fortune, Zarush? Impossible. I am no pari of rank ignorance. The duties I have not been neglected. Indeed, I have also performed the necessary feats to be worthy of my accolades. Though the flashing flame might steal your attention, a gradual trickle of enduring devotion may also be worthy of prayer. Though a flashing flame might steal your attention. What flashing flame? A gradual trickle of enduring devotion. From whom? May also be worthy. I just don't understand the point of your sentence, but okay. And the time you have spent away from us, there have been countless pari who, though unable to ever gain the title Bloom Guard, still contribute to our greater community with quiet dignity. I thought that you would perform some deeds that would prove your worthiness of the title of Bloom Guard. As it turns out, however, by the way, shouldn't appear in the middle of a sentence. It should always appear at the beginning of a sentence. It seems you've just been idling about. Wait, what? It seems you're just been. Okay, I did actually read that correctly. Ew. Hey, saying she does nothing is going too far. Sarusha's already pretty great, right, Lunara? No. Lunara, stop being so strict. Strict? How is seeing the lack of moral fibre in somebody else considered strict? I did not mean to neglect my duties. It's just that the responsibilities of Bloomguard weren't fully detailed by the Order of Skeptics. I think also that she doesn't care what the responsibilities of the Bloomguard were because she fully intended on committing suicide. So I really don't think she bothered to learn. It is a pari tradition after all. Oh my gosh, my throat. It's inflamed already. Trying to learn it from humans is pure folly. I'm totally Team Zevan. She is not pulling the punches. Though you have earned the approval of the Havrana, you remain a young pari. In times like these, it is best to be direct and consult me for guidance. Ask you for guidance directly, Elder, but no, the chaplet possesses a great deal of knowledge. I need but contemplate for a moment before I am greeted with answers. What is it, like an Akasha terminal? But Zevan is right here. She even said that if we have questions, she will answer. We don't even need to go hunting for details anymore. From Parman and Lunara's deep adventuring okay. Chances like this are pretty few. You'll regret not taking this opportunity, sorry. I doubt not my elder sincerity, it's just, I heard the Order of Skeptics say that only the answers one finds themselves are worth anywhere. Wow. You have not been taught correctly, child. Isn't that something someone else told you as well? The Order of Skeptics even constantly makes mistakes in its official documents. Yeah. Ugh. We went to find Rajnu. The truth was entirely different from what they had down in their archives. They don't even know what's going on. Indeed, you offer truth in your insights, Yasnapati, pale floater. I am no longer the Sarush from before. With the Khavraana's approval, I must act with maturity and live up to the title of Bloomguard. You possess no maturity. Elder Zavan. What are the exact obligations that a Bloomguard must fulfill? I beg of you to enlighten me. Though I have been neglectful in the past, I will do my utmost now to remedy my failings. Well, Paimon didn't expect Sarush to be so obedient. What happened? Paimon feels a little... Ha ha. Well, your words give me confidence. The Bloomguard's duties are vast and may take days and nights to recall in their totality. However, considering that you have spent far more time with the humans than those of your own kind, let's start with something simple. As for those who bear the title of Bloomguard, extraordinary competence and keen insight are necessities. I've already prepared 6 training tasks, with 3 meant to test flying skills. Oh yeah, because we're really competent at that. And the other 3, well, they'll need Sarush to clear out some potential threats. This training sounds kind of familiar. Sounds familiar? It is familiar. Isn't this just something we do all the time? Enough talk, pal floater. As long as I successfully finish these tasks missions, my elder must concede that I am worthy and prepared for the mantle of Bloomguard. Though it sounds simple, these are all tests delivered unto me by my elder. I must unleash my fullest effort while dealing with them. Okay, unleash away. Heh heh. Very good, very good. Conveniently, Sarusha's Yasnapati and her companion are here. There is a task that can help her successfully complete. It is no hard matter, though, as you know. Sarush has been close with the Order of Skeptics and Humans, while differing further from Pari traditions. I would like to ask you, sorry, for whatever reason, over the white, I just couldn't read that. I would like to ask you to serve as an audience and listen to Sarush recount the past. I'm not interested. I'm only doing this for the Primogems. I literally do not give a shit about the story. A Bloomguard should naturally be able to speak of historical events, yes? Of course. If all we need to do is hear Sarush tell a story, it does sound pretty simple. Then I leave this to you two. As for the training that Sarush must complete by herself, I will let her know momentarily. You two merely need to accompany her. In the Recollector's Path event, you must help Sarush follow Zavan's instructions to discover her role as a Bloomguard. When each stage of the Recollector's Path begins, Sarush must listen to Zavan's teachings and then go to the specified site to undergo 2 trials, before engaging in a short summary after passing said trials. Super.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
No, I shan't. During the tranquil trial, love having those 2 words next to each other, Sarush will need to use the Nirodha fruit and the curios scattered nearby to pursue your uninvited guests. I don't understand, but sure. During the trial, Sarush can throw out an unlimited number of Nirodha fruits. As these fruits hit different curios, various effects will be triggered that will affect the nearby uninvited guests. When the situation gets too cluttered, you can use analysis to summarize the specialties are the various curios and uninvited guests, and thus figure out a way to drive them out. Yep, that made no sense to me whatsoever. Okay. Nice. Let's just divert our attentions for a sec. I'm assuming that doesn't hurt me. No, good. Oh. How do I get y'all to move? Can I just attack you directly? No, I was trying to distract them. You might use an ignited bonfire. Oh, what? Ah, I see. Ready? I don't know if this is going to work quite the way I imagined it will. Oh, whoops. Maybe I should have put this on fire. did I miss? Furnace repelled, check. Destroy the boxes and barrels. Oh. I didn't realize that was a goal. There's one more. These? This music is like super loud. Turn that down. Okay. Cool. I didn't realize. You said I've got an unlimited number of fruits, but then you like limit the number of fruits that I can use. It's mean. Head to the specified trial oh my god, it's so far away. Can I go directly to it? No. I tried. Okay, so what's this from? Find the correct location to restore the reminiscence. Okay, it's a tree hollow. It's gonna be over this way somewhere, is it not? Is that all I do? Wasn't exactly hard. Is it meant to be easy for the first one and then gets harder? Because that was like super simple. This is the last stop for our first day. We're pretty sucks to be you guys if you did this individually on days. We're pretty familiar with this place, seeing how we've been here plenty of times. No, I was just looking for a tree stump with a symbol on the side of it. It wasn't rocket science. If the power floater is so confident, then why not swap roles with me? I will play the audience, you be the speaker. Okay, let's give it a try. Here comes Paimon. The place before us, covered with flowers and flowing water, is a Vorokasha oasis. This place doesn't have, This place isn't infested by the demons of death and is the home of the Pari. There are many Pari here. The best among them is one called Zavan. Sarush, you were born here too, right? Though you were different from the other Pari. For example, while the other Pari only sound kind of weird when they speak, you sound really weird. You all came from the same waters, but why is it that only you are so strange? Hey. Pam wasn't lying. When you were speaking to the Order of Skeptics, your words were kind of weird. Well, your Order of Skeptics sounded weird too, so there's that. Pam thought all the other Pari were going to be exactly like you. In fact, Pam was worried about that until we finally got to the Vorokasha oasis and met Zavan. Then we found out that only you were like, how should Pam put this? You have a particular way of speaking to the Order of Skeptics, right? It seems the Order of Skeptics had too much of an influence on her. I suppose you could say that. Seeing as you have no objections, Pam will keep going. There is a big stamp on the Vorokasha oasis. Power floater, you absolute. It's the Havisptakum and the Vorokasha oasis. Man, these Pari names sure are a mouthful, you're not wrong. And it totally is a big stump, isn't it? It most certainly is. Pari remembers you saying that the stump is also a god, and that the Pari have a deep relationship. Why are we doing this conversation? These are indeed the facts. Letting the power floater describe them would be too unflattering. I shall resume the role of the speaker. Alright, but Pawan thought she was making it easy to understand. Regardless, 500 years ago, our great god gave all to quell the disaster afflicting this place. As such, all the Amrita here is the last gift from the divine. Nourished by Amrita, the Havistwakun and the Pari merged. The eldest of the Pari and my elder is Zervan. Why are we recapping? We literally just played the story. Why do I need to recap after something I just did? My birth came much later, so I was not a personal witness to those events. I am so downvoting this event in the survey. I heard my elder speak of it, but Elders of clearly associated with the Order of Skeptics when they were first established, but after my birth, all contact seemed to have been lost between them. Though my elder has long stated the importance of Pari traditions, she rarely mentions the past in detail when she speaks with me. Instead, it was the Order of Skeptics who enthusiastically shared the results of their historical research with me, and approved of my wish to follow in the footsteps of the divine bird. Huh? So after that, you slowly drifted away from the other Pari and learned your strange way of speaking from the Order of Skeptics? That's a long sentence. I suppose that can be seen as correct. Objectively speaking, it sounds like a rebellious phase. Rebellious phase. I heard the humans in the Order of Skeptics mention something about this. They said the researchers in the forest experienced Satyavada life, or something like that. Is this rebellious phase a similar thing that humans progress through? Well, no. Not every human has a rebellious phase. Maybe you can think of it as a necessary process, but it's really not, because as I said, not everybody goes through a rebellious phase. I certainly didn't. No, they're not the same thing at all. Generally, kids going through a rebellious phase will resist the care of their parents and try to assert their independence. As a Paimon's heard anyway. You don't even have parents, Paimon. Pah! Actually, I don't think the Traveler does either. Just like you did. Wait, Suresh doesn't even have parents. My past has little to do with my present. Whatever can be said, I have now returned to the Vodakasha Oasis and earned the Kavara's favour. You're amazing, Suresh. She really isn't. Never mind, pal floater. It means nothing to be patronised by one as immature as you. Speaking of, since we were on the topic of the Pari's birth, can we just get back to the mini-games? I really never thought I would say that because I hate mini-games, but can we really just get back to them? I don't care for your conversation. Speaking of which, since we're on the topic of the Pari's birth, have you encountered the Familiars of the Forest? Familiars of the Forest? Indeed, the ones long called the Lunara. I only heard them mentioned by my elders. I heard they are not free to fly as the Pari are, but with their bond to the vegetation, they can stride the mud without restraints. I find it hard to picture such a scene. Are they like Wanut? No. But they do have their own festival. On that arrival of their day of celebration, the Aranara will gather together and enjoy a carefree time as one. Sometimes I wonder, if the Aranara have their own day, why do we Pari possess nothing of equivalence? When I asked my elder, she seemed hollow of interest regarding the matter. Why do you want a Pari festival? Is it because you can eat lots of toasty snacks, guys? Tasty snacks during a festival? Of course not. The Pari festival should have humans offering their odes and songs to us, while I get to choose the best singer of the lot. It doesn't sound like a festival at all. Well, not for the attending humans anyway. It's more like a, why is Suresh saying this? Sounds like something Paimon would say. It's more like a high pressure competition. But it's an enjoyable celebration for me, yes? Hence, I believe my elder may also enjoy such an occasion. Perhaps Savannah's right. For Suresh to become a Circle Bloom Guard, she might need a bit more training. Thank God for that. I'm just gonna get this point because I forgot it was here. Yeah, okay. Talking was not my best idea. I haven't played games all week, but it's because I've been feeling, all allergy ridden. My throat is inflamed at the moment, so yeah, I can feel that my conversation is lacking and my throat hurts. Yes, no swimming. Woot. The run.